Keys to victory. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, back at it again with another update. Yes, man. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday evening. Yes, my people. So, West Indies and New Zealand will be doing battle early tomorrow morning. I think around about 1:30 or so a.m. You know, and it's gonna be an intense one. Hopefully a close game that West Indies will come out on the victorious side. But we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to talk about a few things that we definitely need to get right in order to walk away with the victory. So just give a listening ear until the end, and you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Before we talk keys to victory, my people, something that might end up contributing to us winning the first two games, you know, that will be played at Eden Park. Martin Guptil, the outstanding hard-hitting T20 batsman, you know, mostly just playing lower level cricket these days. He has been roped in by CWI, you know, to be a part of those first two games to provide you know, some specialist stuff. I mean, I remember when we were hosting the World Cup in the Caribbean a while back, and England brought on Kieran Pollard on board. Quite a few people around the Caribbean, oh my goodness, the things that they said about Kieran Pollard, and you know, I stand on what I said back then. I still stand on it that, you know, the man is retired and he has been employed to do a job, just as how other West Indians have retired and they are no longer working for West Indies and they get employed to coach or to manage or to do things with other countries, right? Man, the people wouldn't even let Pollard rest, boy. You know, but obviously he has a lot of knowledge when it comes on to T20 cricket, and you know, especially in the Caribbean there, so he was brought on board. You know, England didn't end up winning the tournament, so you know, so similar. So CWI, they have done something similar. Martin Guptil has been brought on for the first two games. I'm not too sure if they're going to extend it or they're going to bring somebody else, but you know, the report specifically said that he's there. He's been brought in for the first two games that will be played at Eden Park. So you know, shout out to Martin Guptil. He was an entertaining cricketer when he was really playing at the highest level, right? We will look forward to all the knowledge that he will bring as it relates to what to expect, you know, at Eden Park. All right, so going into this first game here, my viewers and subscribers, the aim is obviously to win, to get off on a winning foot. It's not going to be easy, right? Conditions are probably going to be tough. You know, they have their seamers and the ball is probably going to be moving around. That is something that we usually get in New Zealand. You know, pace and bounce and swing. You know, not a lot of our batsmen can really and truly handle the ball swinging around and thing. You know, hopefully the swing is not too much, and you know, I'm hoping that the pace and the bounce they can manage. I tend to trust them a bit more batting the pace and bounce than spin, you know. Obviously, when I say spin, I'm talking about if they are in the subcontinent or so. You know, I probably trust them a bit more. It's not like they're excellent at it, but they prefer it. So I would think that, you know, it's a smart idea to back them with what they prefer. So if we win the toss, you know, I did a video last night where I looked at average score batting first and you know the amount of wickets, the average wickets that you lose in the power play batting first and batting second and all of that, so you can check out that video. But going in, you know, we have to be, the first thing I want to address is our fielding. We have to be, usually we go in, usually when we're doing this these type of videos, I will talk about batting, bowling first and then fielding, but we have to make sure that we take our chances. We absolutely cannot be giving up 3-4 chances in a T20 game. We cannot do that. right? You can lose the game by putting down one catch, much less, you know, you're putting down 3-4 catches in a game. We absolutely cannot afford that. So we're looking forward to the guys going out there and keeping it tight in the field, taking the catches. If it's a half a chance, you know, to run out a batsman, we have to pounce on it. You know, we need the fielders to be clean. Catches, you understand, long, whether they have, when the ball on the ground, whether it is crow hop, they are doing long barrier, whatever it is that they are doing, we have to make sure that we are clean. Take all the chances, right? We cannot leave nothing. We cannot give them the opportunity at all, you know, to come back to bite us. We have to be clinical in the field. Goes without saying, the bowling, we have to make sure that the bowlers, they don't get ahead of themselves, right? I mean, the ball is, the pitch is probably going to offer bounce and pace, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. We do not have any express pacers there, right? Jaden Seals is there, yes. Romari Shepherd, I've seen him hitting the 140s, but he generally operates in and around the 130s, right? We don't have express pace, so we don't want to bowl a bag of short pitch ball and then get punished and thumped all over the place. We cannot afford that, right? So that is something there that I want the guys, the bowlers, to know that, you know, you might be happy to see the ball lifting and you know, the batsman having to smell the leather. You might be happy to see that, yes, but you know, we have to make sure that we control ourselves in terms of what we're doing with the ball, right? So we have to be disciplined. If it is moving around, if the ball is swinging, we would expect somebody like a Jaden Seals and Jason Holder to really and truly you know, lead from the front and make sure that the guys are falling in line. You know, Romari Shepherd can also do his thing. Matthew Ford, if they play him, you know, he's also good at you know, mixing things up. So, you know, we expect our bowlers to really do some work for us. It might be a pitch where they end up scoring a lot of runs, you know, so we have to be careful. So if we're bowling first, I don't know what the pitch is like, so it's generally hard to come out and just say things like this, but you know, if we're bowling first, I usually like to say that the safe bet is to not even say safe bet, but the what I would consider reasonable for our bowlers, if the pitch is just average, is, you know, our bowlers getting them for anywhere under 185 or under, we can definitely work with, right? Obviously the batsmen will have other ideas. The New Zealand batsmen will have other ideas, yes, but that is what we would be looking at. And you know, not saying that our batsmen gonna chase it, but if the pitch is okay for batting and bowling, right, you know, you want the bowlers to put on a good show, but reasonable, you know, if when it comes down to T20, I would be looking at that. I think the video that I did last night, 2024 or 2025, the average first inning score I think was 204. So if they are able to get, you can check back that video that I did last night to see that. So if the bowlers get them for under 200, then they would be ahead of the curve where that is concerned, right? Batting first, it's always safe to go 190 and above. You know, obviously you have teams comfortably making 210, 215 these days, but you know, it's not a wicked ask if you ask a batsman to give you 190, 195. You know, I'm not talking like runs is out there free and they're just gonna go out there and collect them like leaves off tree or anything. Not saying that, but you know, that would be the ideal thing, batting first, right? And you know, the captaincy definitely need to be top notch. You understand? We have to be top notch. You know, can't afford to miss anything. You know, we definitely cannot afford to miss anything. You know, so yeah. Those are the things that I'm looking at, my viewers and subscribers, making sure that, you know, even the decision, even who we decide to send first, well, not even first, but you know, probably just changing the batting lineup as you go along. You know, just the decisions that are made, who to come before who, based on who is bowling or based on what amount of overs remaining. You know, things like those decisions that are made off the pitch, you know, that can affect the game. You know, you want to make sure that you are getting those right. Yeah, so you want to make sure that the right call is being made. As I say, if we realize that the ball is moving and swinging and all of that, we might and we have to, you know, probably adjust the middle or the top order a little bit. Then, you know, if we lose a wicket earlier, so then we might have to do that. But let us see, my people. Those are just a few things that I am looking at as we go into the game. But you know, I am hoping that we can get off on a winning note. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this one right here for now, my viewers and subscribers. For some reason, my mount is dancing all over the place on the phone. You know, gonna leave this one right here. Hopefully, we can have a talk immediately after the game tomorrow. Big up.